Hi again, it's Marion, of course. Now, I spotted a friend of mine on my Facebook profile, and she posted a video called Freedom Friday. And, that actually got me thinking. And I want to share with you a little story that goes back a long way away now, but that is still so relevant and kind of sticks in my mind. And I hope it kind of breaks through to you too, and you see the possibilities. Okay, now I want to talk about my two little dogs. I am the world's most blessed person. We have had a number of dogs in our lives, and they've all been the most fantastic little characters, and I miss them sorely. It's if you're a pet lover, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I want to talk about these two little ones in particular because they were so funny. Now, one was a little, oh, I don't know. We rescued her. She came to us when she was about 9 months old. She had a ton of bad habits, and it didn't matter what we did with her. She just sort of carried on doing her own wicked way kind of thing. She ran away all the time. She was disobedient. She had what I call selective deafness, and all that kind of thing. Now, she came to us from a home where she had been badly, badly mistreated. All right. She was a little Jack Russell cross, full of spirit, full of thing, but just, you just had to make a loud noise and she'd cower in the corner. And it didn't matter how long she lived with us, she didn't get over those fears. Now, her name, funnily enough, was Lucky. Would you believe it? Her owners had called her Lucky, the people who had ill-treated her, and we didn't want to kind of change that, so we just kept calling her that. Now, Lucky was actually a companion of a great big German shepherd that we had, and they got on beautifully well. But of course, it was very sad when we lost our German shepherd, and she was an old lady anyway. And then when we lost her, Lucky just pined and pined, and she cried and she wouldn't eat and all that kind of thing. So using that as an excuse, I went off and I got another dog. This time, we'd actually done it the way we'd done it for all our previous dogs, where, we chose the parents, and then when they eventually had puppies, we picked the one we want, etc., etc. And this time, we went for a little Scottie. Okay, as sweet can be, so naughty, but full of fun, as confident as could be, etc. Now, here's the funny thing, and this is the kind of lesson I want to bring to you. Okay, oh, and her name, by the way, was Holly. So we had these two little girls, Lucky and Holly, okay? Now, it used to be the funniest thing in the world when Holly was a real little puppy and people came to the door, etc. Just so that they wouldn't run out the front door, we used to put a little barrier, no more than about, I don't know, 8-9 inches tall. It was just a little kind of barrier kind of thingy. They could have pushed it over in a heartbeat. We just put this little barrier there and, again, in the doorway so that they couldn't get over it. Now, that worked really well because we used to use that for Lucky, right? And Lucky never even attempted to jump over that barrier. And so, we were lulled into this false sense of security, never bothered about it. And then one day when Holly was sort of, when she could actually look over the barrier, one day she just jumped it and that's it, she went. Fortunately, we had a large front garden, so she didn't, she wasn't in harm's way or anything, but she just didn't think about it. She just jumped over the barrier and she was gone. She was playing in the grass then, thinking, freedom, wonderful. That's what made me think of Freedom Friday. Now, Holly stood there, Lucky, this is the grown-up one, who all this time has been stood behind this barrier, looking over the barrier, kind of wanting to get out, wagging a little tail and all the rest of it, but has never, ever attempted to actually get over that barrier. All of a sudden, she sees Holly doing this. She literally looked up at us and went, oh my gosh, so I can jump this then. It's not something that I can't do. And the next thing we knew was she was over the barrier and gone. So needless to say, the barrier didn't work for either of them after that. Okay, but here's the lesson that I took from it, So often we grow up with things in our lives that create limitations for us. As a mature professional, I was always embarrassed, even when I made the move successfully into online marketing. I was actually quite embarrassed to say to my other professional friends that I was a stay-at-home internet marketer. Why? Because they wore suits and went to work, and they carried briefcases, and they had titles, human resources department and all that kind of stuff, right? And here was me, no title, no nothing, working at home, online, in my pajamas sometimes, and they would talk about all these board meetings and, all the pressure they were facing at work. And I would kind of be like, okay, none of that in my life at all. No drama in my life, no office politics, no nothing. All right. And, that continued for a while, even though I was actually earning more than they were. Never mind all the expenses of them getting to work and the clothes they wore and all of that kind of thing. And all of that was because of the way I'd been conditioned from day dot. My generation in particular, we knew that the only way to be respected in society was to actually have one of these, a job with a big title and be earning a big income and all of that kind of thing. Never in all my days did I kind of hear of anybody being respected who wasn't doing something different. Okay. But you know what? I jumped over that barrier. I jumped over that barrier because I could see what was on the other side. I could see these young people making so much money. I could see the sense of working from home, of learning a new set of ideas, just educating myself to be successful in a completely different way. And I'm here to say to you today, it doesn't matter how old you are, or if you've never attempted this before, etc. You can jump that barrier. Trust me, whatever that barrier is in your life, it may not be like me transitioning from a well-paid job offline to an even better paid job online. It may not be that. I don't know what's going on in your life. Whatever the barrier is, trust me, you can overcome it. That's my message to you today. If you want me to help you jump the barrier in online marketing, in creating a supplemental income, maybe even replacing your income, I can show you how to do it. We have everything here that it takes to get you doing that, providing you take it seriously. All right. If it's not that, whatever else is happening in your life and you've got this barrier that you need to jump, trust me, think about it. If it doesn't have its roots based in truth, forget about all that you've been told is truthful. Find your own truth for yourself. Jump that barrier and let today be your Freedom Friday. Okay? And let today be whatever day you're watching it, your Freedom Day. Okay? And I saw a quote some time ago. I cannot remember who it was from, but basically all it said was, your dreams do not have an expiration date. So I want to say that to you. Doesn't matter. You may be 19 years old, you may be 80 years old. If you're watching this video, I want to tell you now, your dreams do not have an expiration date. Jump that barrier, go do it. Okay, take care and talk to you soon. Bye now.